Yeah, it's that time of the year, trimming the tree here on Inside Golf. Hi, everybody. I'm Harry Donahue, and we're at the Bluebell Inn because that's where we're doing our teed off panel today. We're going to finish up trimming the tree and also have some gift ideas for the golfer in your life. But also ahead, Marty Emino of the Golf Association of Philadelphia introduces us to two more honorees in the annual dinner that honored the GAP winners from 2017. We'll go to Aronimink, talk to officials of the PGA of America because they had a big announcement recently. And yes, we're back with our teed off panel right here at the Bluebell Inn to talk about a holiday gift idea or two. That's next on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf, now celebrating its 20th season, is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia. GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine. It's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.
Along with being stewards of the game of golf, your local PGA professional wears many hats.
We are teachers.
We are players.
We are managers.
We are merchandisers.
And community leaders.
But we all wear one badge.
PGA professionals are well-trained experts who work hard to share the joy of golf with our neighbors for over 90 years. To find your local PGA professional, visit phillypga.com. Brought to you by the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
We are the experts in the game and business of golf.
The First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, where golf is more than a game.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. If you were with us last week, we introduced you to two of the winners from the Golf Association of Philadelphia's 2017 calendar. Well, we're going to introduce you to two more today from different ages. One the super senior, the other one the GAP honoree as the junior golfer of the year. Here is Marty Emino.
Thank you, Harry. Don Donatoni of White Manor continues to dominate the super senior division, depending on how you look at it. We had an opportunity to sit down with the five-time super senior player of the year. Let's take a look.
Don Donatoni did what Don Donatoni has done since turning age 65, reign over the super senior division. He made it 5 for 5 in Player of the Year honors with another dominating year-long performance. He was recognized at the association's Players' Dinner.
If you had said to me 5 years ago that I might win one of these, two of these, I would have been pretty excited. But to win 5 in a row is, just something I can't even fathom. And to win the Player of the Year in my division is obviously a tremendous accomplishment and one that I'm very, very proud of. And every one of them has a special meaning to me. And the first one was great, but the fifth one tastes just as nice.
Donatoni registered 3 victories in 2017, his most prestigious coming in the Brewer Cup presented by Callaway Golf. It was his 4th time hoisting the Brewer Cup trophy, the most of any player in its 10-year history.
A match play tournament is extremely difficult, and to, again, win it 4 times, let alone once, is something I'm particularly proud of. It's a great event, great players, and fortunately for me, it's been one that I've enjoyed some success at.
He added a 2nd place showing in the Warner Cup Gross, a 3rd in the Super Senior Silver Cross, and a 4th in the Senior Amateur Championship Super Senior Division. His crowning accomplishment of the year, however, wasn't even a victory. It was a sensational showing at the U.S. Senior Amateur Championship, where the 69-year-old White Manor member overcame a rough start on day 1 to advance to match play.
Qualify for match play, I really had to go low. And for me, that would be somewhere in maybe the low 70s, and I just put it all together that day. And on the second round, and hit my irons crisply. I hit a lot of fairways, a lot of greens. I made crucial putts, and come out shooting 71 and making the cut by a couple of shots. It was very exciting.
He was the second oldest player to make match play. Ironically, he played the oldest, Larry Clark, at age 70 before running into a familiar foe.
The second match was a little tougher against somebody we all know and love, Chip Lutz, and I was going to have to play my best to give Chip a match, but Chip played great, steady. I didn't play my best, and the outcome was unfortunate for me, but good for Chip. But I was honored to get to the second round and play a quality player like Chip. We had a great time, and unfortunately I ended up on the losing end, but that was okay. I lost to a real gentleman.
So where does the champ go from here?
I just want to stay around the game. Now that I'm retired, just recently, I have a little bit more time to devote to volunteering my time and spending a little bit more time on the golf course. Not necessarily practicing, because believe me, I find that you can over-practice. So I'm going to pace myself. I'm going to be selective in terms of tournaments. I just want to remain as competitive as I can for as long as I can, because the game is just, it's great. And I just want to do it right, and I want to have great memories when it's time to hang the clubs up.
Drexel Golf used the hashtag Dragons Everywhere on Twitter this year, while our Player of the Year, Ben Poche, who's going to Drexel next fall, was everywhere on the Golf Association of Philadelphia Junior Scoreboard. Let's take a look.
It wasn't just a Ben Poche day, but it was a Ben Poche summer. The Spring Forward member burst onto the association scene with a front-running victory in the Junior Stroke Play Championship Chrisman Cup, a win that propelled Poche to his first Junior Player of the Year award. In the Chrisman Cup, playing in the first group out, he set the tone immediately with a 2-under par 68 on Stonewall's North Course. Holding a one-shot lead heading into round 2, Poche finished at 1 over for the tournament, posting his score a short time ahead of a weather delay. When play was completed the next morning, Poche remained in the top spot.
It was really great, really special. There's a lot of players in that field to begin with, and a lot of really good players, and to come out on top, that's probably my biggest win of my entire career.
Poche's other huge accomplishment of the summer was a trip to his first national championship. He qualified for the U.S. Junior at Flint Hills National in Andover, Kansas. He failed to advance to match play, but it was an experience he'll never forget.
It was crazy. It was so much fun. You don't get to play golf courses like that every day, and it was fantastic. Probably one of the most humbling experiences too. With all the good players and how tough the course is, shooting different scores than maybe you're used to or whatever. But it was a lot of fun.
The 17-year-old signed a national letter of intent to play at Drexel next fall. He knows there is much to do before heading to the Dragon's Lair.
There's a lot of work to be done before I go and attend there. I got to continue to improve. Drexel's team is really strong. This year they already won a tournament. So there's a lot of work to be done, doing everything there, making sure I'm, got everything going the way it should be before I end up there.
For the Golf Association of Philadelphia, I'm Marty Emino.
Thanks, Marty. Congratulations, guys. And coming up, we'll be introducing you to one more honoree from a great season of the Golf Association of Philadelphia. All right, stay with us. More to come. Next up here on Inside Golf, another big announcement for Aronimink. They're already going to be hosting the BMW Championship in 2018. And recently, Aronimink was awarded not just the Women's PGA Championship, but the Men's PGA Championship down the road. We'll talk about it next on Inside Golf.
success requires hard work. No way around it. Realize timing is key. Be willing to push yourself. Stay in control. Trust technology to support you. My father once said, "Doesn't matter what you do in life, just be the best at it."
The membership of Aronimink is thrilled to once again partner with the PGA of America and very excited to welcome the best female players in the world to play what Donald Ross called his masterpiece.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. We're here at Aronimink Golf Club in Newtown Square, and look what's coming. Two of the biggest golf events of the calendar year, because in 3 years, the Women's KPMG PGA Championship will be here at Aronimink, followed in 10 years by the Men's PGA Championship. This is the Wanamaker Trophy. And we caught up with Joe Fabrizio, the president of Aronimink, to talk about what it means to him, to the members, and to Philadelphia Golf. Joe, we have a big tournament coming up. In fact, we talked to you on our show about the BMW. Now you got a couple more little events. It's been quite a year.
Yes, we're going to be hosting the 2020 KPMG Women's PGA Championship and the 2027 PGA Championship right here in Aronimink.
And the fact that this is such an iconic golf course, I'm sure the PGA of America was glad to come back.
Well, obviously we've had a relationship with them, having hosted the 62 PGA Championship and the 2003 Senior, so we've always kept a dialogue, and the opportunity was presented, and you know, we're here and going to make it happen. We're very excited.
It's going to be one big smooth transition after another, I would assume, huh?
Our tournament team will be a well-oiled machine, that's for sure.
And for the people in Philadelphia, such a golf enthusiastic area, what's it mean?
It means a whole lot to the area. This area is rabid for golf. Very excited about what we're bringing here and we'll continue to bring here over the next 10 years. And it's going to be a big boost to our economy and everything that goes on here in the Philadelphia region.
Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Susie Whaley is right now the vice president of the PGA America, but by the time the Women's PGA Championship is here at Aronimink, you'll be the big cheese.
Yeah, when the
so you get promoted just in time.
Exactly right. You know, November of 2018 is when I'll start the presidency, and yes, when the KPMG Women's PGA Championship comes to Aronimink in 2020, I will be the president.
What went into coordinating both the women's and the men's over a period of 10 years?
You know, we work really hard with our board of directors, our team, our staff, with our partners to establish opportunities at fantastic venues for our championships. We host some of the greatest championships in the world, the Ryder Cup, the PGA Championship, the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, and the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship. So Kerry Haig is critical to that process. He's our Chief Championships Officer. We look at the dates for these tournaments, obviously. We look at these venues for a long time out. And Aronimink has had this storied past that's amazing. They've hosted our PGA Championship before. They've hosted the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship, multiple junior events that are championship caliber. So it made perfect sense to have a women's event come here, knowing the Philadelphia community, knowing how much support there is for women's golf in this area, knowing the tremendous crowds that have come out for the LPGA Championship in the past, and it just made perfect sense. The membership, the board couldn't wait to be a part of it. KPMG, our partner in the LPGA, thrilled to be a part of it, and that's where that discussion started.
Well, congratulations, and we look forward to you being the next president of the PGA America when the KPMG Women's PGA Championship comes right here to Aronimink.
Well, I'm looking forward to it too. Thank you.
Well, a big part of the PGA is the Chief Championship Officer. That's a very, very high-ranking title for Kerry Haig, who I'm sure you deserve it. Kerry, you put everything together in terms of laying out the course for the PGA Championship for the men and the women, right?
Absolutely, and I can't wait to return here to Aronimink, which is truly one of the great golf courses in the country, and the history and the tradition that it has, and it's just a great test of golf, and any golfer, man or woman that plays here, is challenged to play this beautiful golf course.
When all was being worked out between the powers that be, did you have a chance to go out there and take a look at all 18 holes here and give your assessment?
Yeah, a little bit. We knew it was going on. We worked with Gil Hans on a number of occasions, and certainly with the club here. And we were here at the senior PGA a number of years ago. So we know the club, we know the course very well, and the changes are certainly exciting, sort of restoring some of the bunkering to what it used to be. And for the PGA Championship, well, they're actually still building some tees out.
Yeah, they're stretching out. Gil's still stretching it out a little bit, right?
Right. So, the exact yardage we don't know, but it's probably going to be 72 or 7,300 yards. So, it's 700 or 800 yards difference there. But again, the aim is so that both men and women are hitting a similar type of club into the greens, so that they're getting the same challenge as each other.
So you play it from the greens back, basically, in order to make that happen.
Yeah, but at the same time, try and make sure that the bunkers that are there are in play, or the hazards, or the features of the golf course are in play for both the men and the women. And hopefully we can do it in a way that challenges the best players in the world, because both championships are going to have the very best men and women golfers in the game at that time. So
will you still be here 10 years hence? I know 3 years is nothing. 10 years, do you think you'll still be globetrotting around the world doing what you do?
I certainly hope so. I love what I do, and I love coming to venues as great as this. So, God willing, all being well, I'd love to be here.
That goes for both of us. Thanks, Kerry. Good luck. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
So a lot of big things being planned for here at Aronimink. It starts next September, the BMW Championship, and down the road, the PGA Championship for women and men. And speaking of down the road, next up here on Inside Golf, some holiday gift ideas from our Teed Off panel.
Can't necessarily get out in December and January.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues. Time for our Teed Off panel, and today we're at the Bluebell Inn in Bluebell, Pennsylvania. It's that time of the year you may want to get together with family and friends. Also, how about Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve? Think of the Bluebell Inn when you're planning those holiday get-togethers. All right, our panel today, back from the Union League of Philadelphia Golf, Director of Golf, Sean Palmer. And of course, Torresdale was last year or 2 years ago, and now you have another addition to the family down at the Jersey Shore.
We do.
It's going to be an exciting year.
It is, Harry.
All right. Joe Logan. It's always exciting to see Joe. He's back. He just got back from Arizona, folks. I don't know if he got any sun, but I'm sure he got a lot of exercise.
My legs look like obese steaks.
Really?
Hell yeah. Not now, but they did.
Joe with myphillygolf.com. And we have with us, not his first time around on Teed Off, but Quinn Spitzer is the new president of the Golf Association of Philadelphia. Congratulations, right?
Thanks, Harry. I appreciate it.
And we're going to hear an interview or read an interview that you gave with Joe for myphillygolf.com.
No, for the Golf Association magazine.
For the Golf Association magazine. Yeah. Well, I'm sure My Philly Golf will have some excerpts. It's that time of the year, gentlemen, where people are thinking about gift ideas. And of course, we might as well talk about gift ideas for the golfer in somebody's life. And maybe we'll take it beyond that and talk about some gift ideas for the likes of some of your favorite touring pros. But Sean, since you're in the business every day of trying to move some merchandise and trying to get people to come in and maybe take advantage of a holiday sale.
That's right here. I think everywhere around the Philadelphia section clubs have holiday sales in their golf shops trying to get ready for spring merchandise. But to be honest, I feel like as a PGA professional, the best thing you could give a golfer is a lesson. A driver's only going to go so far, but an hour or two with a PGA pro is going to help you enjoy the game more, and I definitely would advocate for that.
Okay, so there it is. If you have a golfer on your list, think about investing in a little bit of time on the range with a PGA professional. And we're going to be talking about it in future teed off panels with you guys. But there was an interesting survey by, I think it was golf.com magazine, that said very few people take advantage of time on the range with a PGA professional. They just want to get out there and hit it. Maybe it's a time thing. I don't know.
That's true. It's funny. People will rather invest in equipment than time on the range. But one of the top things that pulls people away from the game of golf is that they're not achieving the success they hope to achieve. So it's only logical to think, take a lesson from a top professional to hopefully improve those skills.
It would seem to start with the swing and everything else kind of just falls in line. Yeah. All right, Joe, you're next. What's your best idea for a gift for the golfer in your life?
Well, if you're not going to get a lesson for the golfer in your family, it depends on your budget. If you've got a sizable budget, it's just for your husband or your boyfriend or something, any kind of golf trip or part of a trip would be great. You probably should have a good idea where he might like to go. And I don't mean going to abroad or anything, but somewhere nearby. Or a gift certificate to, if he's a daily fee golfer, for a couple rounds at the course he plays. Balls, equipment, things like that are so personal. They're hard to, unless you know what your husband plays, it's hard to get the right thing, but you can certainly get around to golf.
Sounds good. Quinn?
I have a friend in New York who every year at Christmas sends me a golf tabletop book. And living in the chilly Northeast, where you can't necessarily get out in December and January, it's always nice to be able to thumb through that. And I have one other idea. A while back, a person gave me a putter, and that's actually sounds like the dumbest idea possible. And when you get it in December, you're not going to think much of it. But I guarantee you there'll be some point in the summer where you say, it's got to be the putter I'm playing with that's not any good. And that one you got for Christmas will be pulled out, and that great gift will be very much appreciated, but somewhat late.
And especially if it says no 3 putts included.
Exactly.
Right. All right, let's go back to you, Sean, for an idea for some of the more noted golf professionals that we have followed for years in some cases, maybe not as long in others. For instance, what would be the best gift idea for somebody like Sergio Garcia, who already may have gotten a lifetime of holiday gifts last April when he won his first green jacket and got his first major when he picked up the Masters championship?
I was going to say for Sergio, he probably wants a scrapbook of the
where
2017
do you go
Masters
from there, right?
Because he waited a long time to get that green jacket, and might not be able to get it again. Hopefully he does have success, but it was a long time coming, so probably a scrapbook or a nice space in his closet just for that jacket, just to remember that. Yeah.
Okay, Joe.
I've given this some thought, actually.
That's trouble, folks. That's real trouble, and this guy comes fully prepared.
For Phil, who's getting on in years, I'm thinking some of those golf shoes with the Velcro, like the white Velcro thing.
That arthritis is kicking in that much.
Yeah, you see him in Florida and stuff like that. And for Tiger, I'm thinking either a home drug testing kit or maybe one of those things, like that blow into the
breathalyzer.
Tells you what your breathalyzer thinks.
Or driver. A gift card to Uber or something like that.
Right. Yeah, an Uber thing.
All right. All right, Quinn, you're next on the firing line.
I think
here.
of my favorite guy in golf, which is Jason Day. And beyond getting him something from the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Pittsburgh Pirates, his 2 favorite teams, I think Jason would do with anything that had to do with a pint of beer because he's an Australian. A little bit of good on you with his bar, that would be just perfect.
I didn't know Jason Day's favorite 2 teams were the Steelers and the Pirates.
Well, Jason lives at Muirfield Village.
And he married a girl from Youngstown, right?
Right, and his agent his agent's from Pittsburgh.
It's all coming together. And they don't have any baseball teams, I don't think, in Australia, do they?
No, I don't think so. Well, they play everything there, and they bet on everything.
Okay. Doesn't make him a bad person.
No, not at all.
Guys, thanks for your gift ideas, and we'll be back. More of Inside Golf in just a moment.
Located in Bluebell, just a short drive from Plymouth Meeting, Bluestone Country Club offers a setting that's close at hand but feels like a world away. Bluestone offers a championship caliber golf course, practice facilities including a large driving range, separate chipping and putting areas, and a staff of PGA professionals. At the Country House at Bluestone, you'll find excellent food, superb service, and an outstanding setting. Their expert staff will assist in planning your next event, whether it's a wedding or simply a luncheon, dinner, or cocktail party. Check out Bluestone's variety of membership options. Much more than a golf course, Bluestone is a community. Hey viewers of Inside Golf, have you heard about Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine? Published by ex-Eagles and Philadelphia Stars tight end Ken Dunnick, these magazines offer the very best in content on subjects of interest to men. Writers include Glenn Macnell, Bill Line, and George Anastasia. And you can increase your business by attending our monthly private parties as an advertiser. Call 856-912-4007 or email ken@jerseymanmagazine.com for more information.
Along with being stewards of the game of golf, your local PGA professional wears many hats.
We are teachers.
We are players.
We are managers.
We are merchandisers.
And community leaders.
But we all wear one badge.
PGA professionals are well-trained experts who work hard to share the joy of golf with our neighbors for over 90 years. To find your local PGA professional, visit phillypga.com. Brought to you by the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
We are the experts in the game and business of golf.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. We talked today a lot about what's going to be happening in the future at Aronimink, and one person who is having a lot to do with the way the course is laid out is the noted international architect from Malvern, Pennsylvania, Gil Hands. Gil's going to drop by here on Inside Golf to tell us about the work he's doing at Aronimink. Hope you enjoyed today's show from the Bluebell Inn. I didn't do a bad job, did I? Looks pretty good. And remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, have a great holiday, and remember, don't pick up. See you next time on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf, now celebrating its 20th season, is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.